Hey, greetings, my friends. James Jordan, Best Networker Live, just come to you today in this quick video. I guess you would say this is episode 3 in the Theater of the Mind series. I know I haven't shot a video in the Theater of the Mind series for a few days, but obviously yesterday was Christmas. Today is the day after Christmas, and a lot of people right now are just basically going out and shopping and spending money on worthless crap instead of really investing into themselves, right? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to share a quick video with you about how you can formulate your goals, right, for 2015, and not just formulate your goals, but actually achieve your goals, right? Because here's something that I want to share with you. I used to think that it was incredibly hard to go from wherever you're at to $1 million+ in a year, right? And simply because of the way that I used to think is why that was. And when I made the decision that I was going to go out and do it, then the formula literally got shown to me, right? You could say God showed it to me. You could say infinite intelligence, right? You could say the universe, whatever your beliefs are. But I literally got the blueprint for what I needed to do in order to go out and achieve this goal, right? And one of the things that I want to share with you today is the power of setting intentions, right? See, a lot of people have goals, but do you really set an intention? Do you set an intention to go out and achieve that goal? Have you put a date on that goal, right? Have you said, I'm going to achieve X, Y, Z by within the next 90 days, right? Like, what are you really setting, right? Think about what you're thinking about on a daily basis. You see, and I'm going to go a little bit over the place. I'm going to go here and then I'm going to go here, and there's going to be a reason for that because there's a lot of topics that I want to talk about in a short period of time because, I am appreciative of the fact that you're paying very close attention to every single word that I'm sharing with you as you're watching this entire video, right? You're going to notice that you're going to automatically start to think differently. You're going to automatically start to think bigger, right? You're going to automatically start to think a more prosperous and rich self. You're going to start to come from a higher sense of awareness after watching this entire video. So what is it that you can do right now to set yourself up to make 2015 your best year ever in your personal and your financial life, right? Well, number one is setting intentions. Figuring out exactly what it is that you want to do. Is this going to be your first 6-figure year? Is this going to be your first 7-figure year, right? Do you have intentions or goals of making an 8-figure year, right? Now, here's the thing that I want you to know. Nothing is impossible, right? The only way something is impossible is if you think it's impossible, right? That's what I want you to know and understand, is that your mind is the switchboard to attracting and creating any result that you want to manifest in your mind. That's one thing that I think about every single day, right? I literally, let me give you some insight, right? So I've set some intentions for this year. My intentions for this year is to go out and make, at least $1.5 million, right? Point blank. Right? So I have mapped out that goal. That goal, honestly, I've broken down the numbers. So I know exactly how much money I need to make every single day in my business to at least hit that goal, right? Which is $4,200 per day, right? Maybe a little bit more on the numbers. I think it's 4.2K per day. That's the numbers that I broke down when I did 1.5 million divided by 365, right? So you got to get clear on what your goal is. If your goal is to go out and make $10,000 a month, well, that's 120K per year. Break that down. Break that down to over the course of 365 days. I think it's about $300 a day. How do I know? Because I've done that math before, right? I may be a little bit off. I think it's maybe $333 and some change. Not exactly sure, but you got to have definite goals for yourself in your life and in your business if you are truly looking to go out and achieve anything that you seek for yourself, right? So what have I been doing to create the structure, the atmosphere, so that I can go out and personally hit my goal, right? And I personally believe that by me sharing with you what I'm currently doing, it's going to allow you to really get some insight as to what you need to do to go out and achieve that goal, right? So let's say your goal is to go out and hit your first $5,000 a month in your business, for example, right? Let's not even talk about the big numbers yet. Right? Let's talk about, the $2,000, the $3,000, the $4,000, the $5,000 in a single month in your business, right? Because to most networkers, it seems impossible, right? Now, I've had 4-figure paydays in my business, so that's not impossible at all, right? But if you haven't done that yet, it may seem like a huge big number to you, right? So all you need to do is you need to just chunk down by breaking down those numbers. How much do you need to make per day? How much do you need to make per hour? How many hours are you working your business on a weekly basis? Because you need to get those numbers in your mind so that your mind is automatically working towards those numbers, right? You see, your subconscious mind is a heat-seeking missile. Meaning that if you tell your mind that your goal is to go out and make let's say for example 120K over the course of the next 365 days, your mind is literally going to set itself on autopilot and allow you to get hints from the universe, hints from God, hints from infinite intelligence, whatever name you want to put on it, that will point out certain things in your life that's going to pop up that's literally going to show you how to go out and hit that goal pretty quickly, right? How to, what type of people you need to connect with, right? And you may be saying, well, James, I'm not really starting to understand all this stuff. Well, you see, one, I just drank some coffee. Two, this is a very deep, knowledgeable subject. And how do I know? Because I have been doing a lot of research, a lot of training, a lot of reading over the course of the past 12 months to really rewire the way that I personally think, right? And one thing that I got to tell you is that you got to be comfortable with speaking what you desire into existence, right? Now, you don't have to go announce it to the world, right? Now, me, I'm just a little bit more bold. I'm crazy like that, right? But you got to be a little bit crazy if you want to go out and create the results that you desire for yourself, because it's so far outside of the realm of what normal people think that anytime that you start to get outside the normal comfort zone of everyone else, you're going to look crazy to them because you're leaving the cow pasture, so to speak, right? So setting intentions are super, 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 super important. You got to know where you're going, right? Because if you don't have any idea about where you want to go, then you're going to get swept up in someone else who has a definite goal and a definite purpose and is driving towards that purpose, right? So you want to be that person that's definite on what you're doing, why you're doing it, and where you are going and what you are going to achieve. And that's why you got to set powerful intentions, right? Number two, of course, you want to write down your intentions too. So number two is that you want to have I would say what you want to do is you want to write down exactly how you want your life to look like. Now, I'll probably be going into another training. I want to keep this video, at least under, 15 minutes if I can, because I'm covering a lot of stuff and I'm talking about the mind. And, a lot of people don't understand the mind. I mean, I'm just starting to scratch the surface of the capabilities and the possibilities of what the mind can literally manifest pretty quickly, right? So as I'm sharing this with you, there's a sense of a little bit uncomfortability, right? Because I've just been keeping this stuff to myself, right? But what I know and understand is that the more uncomfortable I feel, the more I'm growing, right? So I'm sharing this stuff with you, and I'm being open and vulnerable and being a naked soul because I'm literally discovering this stuff, and I want to share with you, how simple it is to really manifest what you want. You see, let's say your goal, like I said, for example, is go out and make 120K in a year, which is $10,000 per month, right, in residual income. It already exists, right? It already exists. That money is already there. That money is already sitting in your bank account. And you're like, well, James, what the hell are you talking about? No, it's not, right? You may be, down in your dumps, or you may be, working a corporate job where you're making six figures, but you don't have the time freedom, right? And you want to be able to make that same type of money, right? But make it in a way where your time isn't restricted, right? Because I know I would not be able to stand working a regular 8-hour job anymore. Like, I just, it's so far out of my realm of thinking that I just choose not to do it anymore because I know how to literally pull money from the internet, right? But you gotta be really clear on what it is that you want, and you gotta write these things down, and you really have to start visualizing yourself, having the money, right? You gotta act as if you already have the money. Like the way I operate in my life, the way I operate in my business is as if I'm already a multimillionaire, right? Now, why is that? Well, because up until this point, I used to think it was far-fetched, right? And the thing is, the mind does not play tricks on you, right? It will literally give you what you're giving it. Meaning that if you continue to say to yourself, my first 6-figure year, my first 7-figure year is a long time away, guess what? your mind is literally going to help you create situations where that reality is true. But if you literally sit there and say to yourself, this year is my first 6-figure year, right? This year is my first 7-figure year. I'm going to do whatever it takes no matter what. This year is my first 7+ figure year, right? I'm going to do whatever it takes. It's going to happen. That's it, period. Make no mistakes about it. I'm going to do everything in my God-given ability to go out and achieve my goal. You will literally be surprised at the way that you operate yourself in your business. You will literally be shocked at the type of people that start to come around your circle of influence, right? Like I have been able to attract, instructors, teachers, entrepreneurs, right? Accountants, all types of people from all walks of life, people from the military, people in the Navy, young people who are, working a part-time job and, saw that college wasn't for them, right? People who are college educated, right? And are in the business of online marketing, but they don't have any results yet, right? I've literally attracted all types of people from all types of realities because of the way that I am thinking, right? And that's what I want you to know and understand is that it all starts in the mind, right? One of the most important things I do every day is read. I read my Bible. I read personal development books. And I listen to audios every single day. I listen to an Inner Circle audio inside of, our Empower Network back office. I listen to that all the time, right? I listen to powerful Inner Circle audios that really reinvigorate my mind to really open up the ideas and the possibilities of what can really transpire. Right. I also listen to other personal development audios from, different people inside the personal development niche, right? Different people inside of network marketing. Me personally, I just want to be around successful people in all types of ways. So whether I'm listening to someone on my phone, whether I'm listening to someone on my computer, whether I'm driving and I'm listening to someone in the car, it doesn't matter. Whether I'm reading a book, right? I want to spend as much time with successful people as much as possible, right? This is actually why I'm actually headed out to Vegas in about 3-4 weeks for the first event inside of our company, for the year. Now I went to the same event, right? 12 months ago, and I look back at who I was back then, and I look at who I am now, and I have had such tremendous growth of myself as a person, as a human being, as a marketer, as a business owner, right? And I know in the next 12 months I'm going to be a totally different person, right? Because I'm already envisioning where I'm going to be next year around the same time. And it's a phenomenal thing when you really start to focus on what you want. Here's one exercise that I would want you to do. I want you to spend the money in your head for the things that you want in your life. Right? I don't care how far you think it is away from you, right? But here's what I want you to do. I want you to start focusing on what you want. Not focusing on what's going on right now, not focusing on what happened in the past, but I want you to focus on what you want for yourself. Do you want a multi-million-dollar home, right? Do you want a multi-million-dollar home on the beach, right? Do you want a Lamborghini? Do you want a Ferrari? Do you want a Range Rover, right? Or do you just want a Saab to drive around in, right? And just hold the rest of the money in your bank and invest in stocks, right? Do you want to purchase real estate, right? Do you want to have multiple income streams coming from all over the place, right? Like, do you want to own professional sports teams, right? These are the type of things that I personally think about. That's why I'm sharing this with you, right? But I want you to literally start like massaging your brain with the possibility of the experience of what it would be like to actually go out and achieve your dreams, right? Like I literally sit back at times throughout the day and just dream about the purchases that I'm going to be making within the next 12 months, right? The purchases that I'm going to be making within the next 24 months, the purchases that I'm going to be making within the next 36 months, right? And and these purchases are so big, right? That to most people, they'd be like, oh, you're crazy. It's not going to happen, right? And it's not that it's not going to happen, it's that it's not going to happen to them, right? Because what happens is the law of vibration is pretty simple, right? It's simple, but we as human beings want to overcomplicate it, and that's why we study it over and over and over again, right? Because you hear the idea, but you think it's so simple that it doesn't work, and then you hear all the details, and then you realize how simple it really is, right? So, literally with the law of vibration, every thought equals a vibration, right? High calibration, low calibration. For example, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am living in abundance, prosperity flows through to and through me, right? To I am broke, I'm starving. I have no friends. Everyone doesn't like me. All this other stuff versus I have friends, right? There are going to be new people that come into my life over the course of the next 90 days, the next 6 months, the next 9 months, the next 12 months that totally reshape the way that I think, the way that I feel about people, right? See, that's a high calibration thought, right? A high calibration thought is I'm rich, I'm living in abundance, money flows through me, I am wealthy. I love what money can do for me. I love the fact that I have a lot of money, right? These are high calibration thoughts, right? My team is going to grow whether I work my business or not, right? That's a high calibration thought. So you really got to know and understand that you are attracting what you think about on a daily basis. And I know it may be hard to believe right now, but look at your life and then think about the dominating thoughts that have been going on in your mind. Are you thinking of abundance or are you thinking of lack, right? And here's the thing about the law of vibration. You can switch it at any moment, right? If you're focusing on what you desire in your life, you're going to keep moving closer to that desire, right? To manifest it. And the big thing, right? The big thing, because this is going to be this is something that's so in depth that I could talk about this for a long time. So I'm going to cut this video after sharing this thought with you, because I want you to marinate on this, right? So in order to attract what it is that you really desire for yourself, you got to have a desire for it, a burning desire for it. But the second thing right here, which is most essential, is you got to expect it. You have to expect it. See, I expect the wealth and abundance to flow into my life that most people think is not achievable, right? I expect to have wealth that lasts forever, right? That's my personal expectation, right? For this next 12 months and 24 months, 36 months, 48 months, right? 60 months and beyond. And beyond. I have this huge expectation of wealth and prosperity and abundance that is going to create a lasting legacy of generational wealth that will be able to transfer to future generations and never be able to evaporate. I've had that goal since I was about 19, 20 years old, but now I can see it, and I see it every day. And the vibration and the thought gets stronger and stronger and stronger every day, right? So that's why I want you to know that your words never return void. So if you're speaking lack into your life, you're going to continue to speak lack. But if you speak prosperity and abundance, right, that is what you're going to get, right? Now, some things manifest pretty quickly, some things manifest slowly, right? But you got to remember, it's all about you and your vibrations, right? It's all about you and your level of thought. It's all about you and your calibration. So raise your calibrations, raise your thoughts, right? And I'm telling you, you're going to get what you want faster. So I want to, cut this episode 3 in the Theater of the Mind series right now because, obviously I've gone into a lot of this topic, right? There's so much more that I can share with you, but I just wanted to give you a preview of what I'm going to be sharing over the course of these next couple of days, because I want to really hone in on this topic over the course of these next couple of days before the new year hits. So get really clear, start to write down some intentions that you have for yourself for 2015, and then in the next video, in episode 4, I'm really going to break down setting intentions in a more structured way that'll really help you, because I'm telling you, when you set intentions, right, and you focus on those intentions, it's very powerful, my friend. So love you, appreciate you, God bless you, and I will see you in the next video. Go below this video, click the link below to personally connect with me, learn more about what I'm currently doing. If you're already on my list and you're watching this because I sent you an email, make a decision, right, to plug in and take action. 2015 is your year. You need mentorship, you need guidance, and you need help, right? Regardless if you're on my list or if you're just finding me for the first time, make that decision to invest into yourself and to do whatever it takes to go out and achieve your goals, because I can tell you right now, your goal is literally right in front of you, right? And you may be afraid of something, but it's that fear that's holding you back. So just push through it. Love you. God bless you. Appreciate you. And I will see you in the next video. Click the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.